Hi, I'm Fox,
I'm Bruce.
and today we're going to be looking at what was a great Back to the Future Day yesterday for those who did get a chance to celebrate it. We unfortunately didn't, we were busy, but we're here today. We're going to do a three-part video on some of the Back to the Future vids that have gone online in recent memory.
Oh yeah, some of them like we everybody grew up with Back to the Future. I mean,
some of us have our favorite parts. Mine being part one is my favorite.
So mine's also still part one because it opens up to this great universe of Back to the Future. So.
We grew our first time travel experience kind of movie. It wasn't this one. It was an old claymation cartoon, but this one is what really got us into this kind of the time travel aspect.
And this was that really dived not only us, but if you think about it, like it dived everybody else into time travel and stuff like that.
Right.
Besides Doctor Who and stuff like that, it's just showing, hey, this is another idea that somebody's had, and they did it in a beautiful way and an amazing way. So
to start out, we're gonna watch the Back to the Future video that Toyota did, the full version of it, because they released a teaser version that we saw like a couple weeks ago, and today we're just gonna watch. First one we're gonna watch is this one. So
here we go.
Marty, you've got to come back with me.
Where?
Back to the future.
I'm a huge Back to the Future fan.
I need fuel.
Especially all that crazy technology. That's why I got into science and ended up getting my master's in aeromechanical engineering. I'm Misha, by the way, and I'm thrilled Toyota has picked me to meet my two heroes and show them an amazing piece of technology that might just inspire them. Just like they inspired all of us.
And of course the Toyota trick from
part
one.
Yeah.
Hoverboards.
We haven't gotten there yet, but we've got 3D movies.
We got fingerprint technology?
And those self-tying sneakers.
I'm waiting for those. Can you believe we thought fax machines would still be around?
Yeah, I got a fax machine.
Who do you fax?
Oh, fax my agent, I fax.
He's got a fax machine? Time to rethink your representation.
Well, I'll fax you.
Hey, I'm faxing you. I'll get back to you. This might be him. Hi, guys. I'm Misha. Michael.
So you're like a real Doc Brown, huh?
I wouldn't go that far, but I'm a scientist, yeah. So, October 21st, 2015. Can you believe this day's nearly arrived?
What's the big deal? You invent a pizza hydrator or something?
Flying cars? Hoverboard? Trash compacting robot.
Almost. You remember the Mr. Fusion from the DeLorean?
So that's why you had me bring this trash.
So you're going to turn that into energy?
Precisely. I'm gonna show you how you could turn your trash into fuel for a car. But I'm gonna need a lot more than this. I'll see you on the 21st.
Later, Misha.
I liked him.
Got a pep in his step. Nice ride.
Thank you.
Who was that?
Some film crew that paid for our trash.
It's a curious thing. Make a one man weep, make another man sing. Change your heart to a little white dove. More than a feeling, that's the power of love.
Oh yeah, you look in the trash. You look in the fusion reactor. Oh yeah, you look in the fusion reactor. Let's see if there's any trash in there. Cool.
Didn't have time to paint it or build it to scale, I see.
That is the Toyota Mirai. It's a fuel cell car.
Oh, there's
It's
the
powered
car.
by hydrogen, which in its monatomic form...
English.
Sorry, let's start at the beginning. So when I last left you guys, I went on a little trash collection journey. You might recognize some of these locations. The end of the journey was at the landfill, where all the trash gets placed, decomposes, and produces an enormous amount of biogas. A special facility then receives the purified gas, combined with natural gas from the grid, where it all gets processed into hydrogen.
Hydrogen? Are you telling me this sucker's nuclear?
No, this sucker's electrical. All that hydrogen is piped or transported into a fuel station, where we can then fuel our vehicle. A vehicle which, if my calculations are correct, should be arriving right about now. Give me a minute.
And they're coming down.
Really? For a Toyota car?
No, it's back up.
The back, yeah.
It works, right?
It works.
You bet your ass it works.
Say, take us for a spin or what?
Hop on in.
Shotgun.
What do you say we get this baby up to 88?
Sorry. It's like sorry for
Just drive.
He's jive. He's got the.
Of course he does.
Come on, Chris, give us a great Scott.
Great Scott.
Guysy, yeah.
Alright,
That was a fun video, but the only problem I had with it was that it's so obviously a Toyota commercial. I honestly I would rather have a DeLorean that the Back to the Future DeLorean than an actual Toyota car because it's a freaking DeLorean time machine, and I would rather honestly have that instead of a Toyota, to be honest. Though I would Toyota-wise love to have the truck from the movie.
the truck I wouldn't mind having myself from the movie, have it designed just like the movie.
I did like it how it was funny how he looked at the actual DeLorean in the middle of the square and looked in the Mr. Fusion
Just to see if they're shooting
the
extra
trash. He's like, no trash.
And it looked like, was it when he hit those trash cans? Weren't those two guys from those two people from the original movie?
I think they were.
They looked familiar.
They look kind of familiar. I don't remember if they were or not. It's been a while since I've seen
maybe the
all three
redhead is
movies.
probably the original. I just can't pinpoint who it was. If you know who it is let us know. But like I said, they look. That's why I said. That's why it seemed like, wait a minute, why do you have those two people in there? It seems like they're
I don't get it either. Well, that's the first video.
This is part one of.
There's really not much to say about this video, considering it's, well, what you expected. It's a gazillion nods to the first Back to the Future movie, with with the landscape, the fake prop landscape of Hill Valley,
Yeah.
the prop cars showing you how everything works.
I do like how like how what is it when Michael J. Fox is sitting there with Christopher Lloyd pretty much is going, okay, what has changed? And it's like, wait, you still actually use a fax machine? Yes, we still use fax machines. It's just like I said, it's hilarious. It was pretty
It
good.
was good. Okay, so the next video is going to be on the How It Should Have Ended series. Now, for those who don't know, How It Should Have Ended is a popular video series where they give their more or less not just show how it should have ended, but gives more of their interpretation of how the movie should have gone. They've done a bunch of big movies. You may have probably seen their Cafe Superhero one with Batman and Superman. That's where everybody gets the Batman. Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna watch. It came out yesterday with a Back to the Future, How It Should Have Started Part 2, and so we're gonna watch that next. So just give us 1 second. We'll get that video.
Erica.
How Back to the Future? Yeah.
Marty, you've got to come back with me.
Where?
Back to the future.
No, Doc, I just got here, okay? Jennifer's here, we're gonna take the new truck out for a spin.
Well, bring her along. This concerns her too.
Wait a minute, Doc, what are you talking about? What happens to us in the future? What, do we become a-holes or something?
No, Marty, both you and Jennifer turn out fine. It's your kids, Marty. Something's got to be done about your kids.
Wait a minute, Doc, if we jump ahead to the year 2015, how will Jennifer and I have kids waiting for us there in the future?
Great Scott! You're right. If you come to the future with me, nobody will stay here and get married and have kids that actually need help in the year 2015.
Yeah.
Or like you vanished from existence. Okay, never mind. You stay here. I'll take care of it. Try to be good parents.
Doc, wait!
What is it, Marty?
Well, is the future awesome?
Oh, yes, Marty, it is. But I'm afraid when I leave here now, the future will forever be altered.
Just me telling you a little bit about your future will cause a chain reaction of events that will create an entire new timeline. Flying technologies delayed, Jaws sequels cancelled, different clothing styles, global warming. Cubs might have a chance, though. But it'll never be the same. But it'll be better, right? Doc? I better back up. Not enough road to get her up to 88.
Wait, were you do something else? Okay, that was pretty funny.
That was.
I love how he makes a good point. If we go with you, doesn't that mean we won't have kids in the future? Let's be honest.
It makes sense completely.
The one thing a lot of time travel movies suffer from is plot holes because of how time travel works in their version.
Exactly.
Like Looper had that problem. At the end, you saw Looper, right?
Yeah.
Well, spoiler. Joe Scorla offs himself at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe Scorla offs himself at the end just to save everything, but all it did was banish him. It didn't alter anything else.
Yeah.
Why? It should have altered everything else. And he makes a good point here too. With the time travel, like, won't we cease to exist?
It's like it makes no sense. It's like, wait a minute, you're right. You know what? Just get the hell out. Go.
Yeah, I'll try to
raise your kids right, please. Raise your kids right. It makes sense. It's just like, what? It's like, I'm gonna go now.
Or gonna wind up like
assholes.
Asshole.
Or a-holes. I was gonna say a-holes.
A bunch of a-holes.
It was funny. The way that would have changed the whole fucking movie. Seriously, that would have changed everything. I mean,
definitely.
They did an awesome job.
That was fun.
Definitely an awesome job.
Well, that's the end, officially, of part 1. Because we're making this 3 parts, of course. Next up will be part 2, in which we'll talk about a couple more we'll talk about the next Back to the Future Day video we're gonna watch.
Yes.
So, if you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe.
And comment also if you want to leave any comments, any thoughts, ideas, or anything like that.
Yeah, we're just starting out, so
hi.
Yeah, we're just starting up, so leave some suggestions if you can. You can go in the description below to see the actual links to the full videos if you just want to watch it about us two. I don't know why you wouldn't.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
that's how they would go.
That's how it would go. So we'll see you.
And click on the link too. Like I said, click on the link below
yeah, of course,
or the if you want to subscribe, please. We're looking for more fans. If you have any suggestions, let us know. But
we'll see you in part 2.